And Schoeman up against Steenekamp and Wilkelo. It's going to be a massive scrum battle. Time to get it on.
Butter Chamberlain gets us underway for yet another Yuxke derby taken in by Frankehorn.
Hughes.
Hunting on the ground was Johan Grobelaar. Prolific at the turnover. The athletic number 2 for the Vodacom Bulls. Morne van den Berg clears the lines for the home side.
Yeah, it's a regular start. Most teams generally choose to kick deep. And then setting up for that kicking exit. Van der Berg, cool, calm, collected. The Bulls, the first line out of the game.
Cobus Wiese not the target this time. Nortje, the captain, is. Butter Chamberlain sets off the back line. Kutsia brought to ground. Hunting for the turnover is JC Pretorius. Successful at his first attempt.
His timing is just so good. The Vodacom Bulls trying to use their big men to ramp it up. You saw Foster off to Marcel Kutsia, but what he did there, a good leg tackle was made. And then what he does is he waits, you win the shoulder battle, wide base, over the ball, and the early contest, the Lions march upfield. It is hot conditions, but this man on the ground is the problem. So look at that, the great positive leg tackle. Then from then on, Wilkelo too slow to the breakdown, to the clean. He wins the shoulder battle, hands down. JC Pretorius getting involved nice and early.
Find it. Where's the mark, JD?
Cap number 64
Okay, stop.
for PJ Botha today. He'll have to slow down there.
JD, that's the mark. Okay, I want you there. Please don't stop before the time, because then they're going to close the gap. Thank you.
Remember, one of the new law trials, if there's no contest from the opposition side, then a skew throw will be tolerated up to a certain point, of course. Here comes PJ Botha again. Oh, not on the money this time, the Lions. A costly error early on. Possession secured by Captain Nortje.
Hughes, please, 9.
Ambrose Papier
Onside.
gets JC Pretorius to shoot too early. Then sends it high. Great
Good
contest in the air. Creel
Contest
trying
for
to bring it
knock-on.
under control. It's Bulls ball again. Papier has Kutsia waiting at first receiver. Papier off to Butter Chamberlain. He'll be looking to put on his best display today in the number 10 jersey in the absence of Goosen. Here comes Kewan Horn. He can always find a gap to move his side forward. Good power from Horn. Bouncing off the attentions of the sizable Cobus Wiese, and Tlabakanye showing his hands. Here's Jonker unleashing Creel on the outside. JC Pretorius, as quick as most of the backs, tackled into touch this time.
Yeah, the Lions trying to get that ball to with good defense from the Bulls, just waiting, shadowing a bit. But a big contest here is going to be in the air. This is where the defenses are unstructured, but you can see the impact of Sergio Peterson because he gets into the air so early. It's that distraction, just enough distraction you need. But the scraps are so important from contestable kicks because the defenses are unstructured, and that's when you got a chance to strike. Sergio Peterson, not the tallest wing, but very good in the air.
Not that many opportunities for Sergio Peterson since signing in 23, but he's always ready when called upon, the number 11, and that's what counts. Scored a remarkable try, chasing a high ball in the knockouts of last season's URC. Number 4 for the Emirates Lions, Etienne Oosthuizen.
Time on.
Grobelaar feeds to Nortje again. Great contest from the Lions, unsuccessful though. And here comes Marcel Kutsia. A battering ram in the midfield. Off the short line out from the Lions. Foster in his 50th. He'll know this ground better than anybody in the Bulls side. Nortje, what an offload in contact. And how about that from Papier? Powerful running. Papier back on the ball. Dynamic stuff from the Bulls early on. Creel gets it clear. Away by Steenekamp. Here's Butter Chamberlain looking for the cross kick. Sergio Peterson on the chase.
Yeah, and the good play from the Bulls, but Nokia down and back play. And he is an important player to the Bulls, to the Vodacom Bulls. He does not look good at all. as he made that offload, he did that little pick and drive. As he made that offload, you can see, I think his knee almost buckled, and he's just come back from injury. But he is an important player for the Bulls, considering where this season is. The team captain, he was firing for the Springboks last year, and this does not look good. Alarming signs for the Bulls. That's the pick and drive, and as he got this offload away.
Okay, Griff.
Somewhere it buckled, and you can see the pain there. Look at the expression on his face.
That's the minute, so
but positive play from the Vodacom Bulls.
We need to go. Yeah.
They'll desperately want to keep their captain on the field.
Yeah,
waiting on the bench. They've got a youngster in Reinhard Ludwig, only 22 years of age. But the director of rugby, Jake White, will not like the sight of that.
Just check if it's serious, if we need the card, or if. Okay, but that's the minute, so we need to go.
I think he might try Soldier, but it's not doubted. He might try run it off, but you can see already there, as soon as he puts weight on that leg, on that left leg, he struggles a bit.
We need to go.
He wants to carry on.
Okay, get a play on, please.
No, he's not good. He's no good. And you can see the worry in Jake White. He knows the value of having him as a captain, line-out leader, very good in contesting 5, also. Please. And his work ethic, his work rate around the park is pretty impressive.
We're going to go, Ari. Yeah.
Reinhard Ludwig getting ready on the touch lines as Van den Berg hits the touch finder, puts some bend on the outside of that one and finds touch.
Okay,
and we've seen in the early stages plenty of enthusiasm from both teams. The Bulls, they after that Nokia offload off to Creel, they look like they're able to build something.
Okay, then we're continuing. Let's go.
So the tempo very good.
Get in, please. We're going to go. Elias, we need to get this going, okay?
SA under 20 in 2023, Reinhard Ludwig, the future is bright. He's going to have to shine immediately here in the Yuxke derby, getting many more minutes than he would have planned on. Great work from Kobus Visa to get that down off the top at lightning speed. Here's Forster. Papier gets it away. Creel. Skip ball is a great one to de Klerk, who's rapid on the wing. De Klerk pins his ears back around the attentions of Henku van Beek. Creel to Papier. Moving the ball quickly early on. The Bulls, while the sun is shining, they're looking to make hay. Alderachlo buy some time in contact effectively, the Springbok. Here's Marcel Coetzee, another Springbok in the ranks of the Bulls, powering beyond the gain line. Papier away to Vuta Chamberlain. Great shoot up out of the line there from Edward van der Merwe, compromising all of the plans the Bulls had. Coetzee doing plenty of work with ball in hand early on. Papier blind to Williams. Williams beats the first. Here's de Klerk, inside ball.
And the lines have been found, they're very narrow defensively, and you probably find the spacing around the rucks isn't good enough. From that midfield hit up, it was a simple midfield hit up. The fold wasn't good enough. Sebastian de Klerk into space, and that's where the trouble came. But again, the Bulls outflanking the lines, making meters easily. Hanekom gets that ball. There's one pass on the inside, and it is try time.
On the 15 meter, on the 22. Okay, we played the knock on there. The
Vodacom Bulls finding space in the wide channels very easily.
By number 5. So we're going to go for a penalty there. I'll give you time to adapt.
An infringement from Ruan Delpoort led to penalty, I believe. It's about to be awarded to the Vodacom Bulls. No arm tackle. Cameron Hanekom was kicking up a fuss about the possible knockdown from QAnon just before that knock-on. So all's well that ends well, so far as the Bulls are concerned. They have a line-out 5 out.
Clear access. Clear access, please.
Grobbelaar. Oh, he feeds low, whose take is compromised. The knock-on comes, the contest pays dividends for the Lions.
And the Vodacom Bulls try to just get that ball in front of that contesting pod
Let's go,
at
please.
the back. So trying to manipulate that space in between the two pods.
Dit was waarvoor die penalty was.
He had it. R10 just needed to snatch it out the sky.
Ek het hom gemis, maar dit jou het hom gekry.
That contest in the air, you can see he's disappointed in himself because he had that ball. That was a good throw from Kobla. So missed chance from the Vodacom Bulls.
Remember the commitment, please. Crouch. Bind. Sit.
The scrum battle begins and Tlabakanye erupting with Gerard Steenekamp.
Same ball.
Yeah, and you can see the challenge has been laid down. The Lions would want to make a statement.
Okay.
The Bulls have been, well, they've been fine dining.
It is exactly the message that I gave to you in the change room.
At scrum time.
That's the first one.
They've been 5-star. But Tlabakanye is saying, yeah, don't worry. First scrum, let's go for them. Let's give it back to them. And you can see that the Lions are not interested in getting that ball in and out. They want a scrum. They want to meet this challenge head on.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
And that's the pressure coming through.
He's changing his angle going in.
Yeah, Nasanati Tlabakanye, he changed his angle, went in towards the hooker.
First thing, Taite changing his angle going in.
Spinal line, you need to stay square. But that's the pressure from the Bulls. You could see the Bulls, or the Vodacom Bulls, loading from the setup and getting their timing right.
Just call your reset, please.
Yeah, so Tlabakanye, he's square.
Ambrose,
but look, as the pressure comes on, he starts angling in, and look where the pressure comes there as that head pops up.
I will deal with him if he stands up like that. I'm just asking you to keep your angle going forward straight through. 100%. Thank you. 100%.
Butter Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Raises the flags, the first points on the board, and the Yutskate derby go to the Bulls. It's 3-0.
And you can see the Bulls, or the Vodacom Bulls, early on dominating territory. The Lions had one line out just outside the 22-meter area, and it was thrown over the top. So that's the ones you want to win. You want to build pressure there, get onto the scoreboard, and then transfer that pressure back onto the opposition. The Bulls have had several line outs around that halfway line, and they've made some good meters from there.
Kewan Horn sends it high. Great height on that kick for JC Pretorius to get after, but R10 avoids the attentions of the flanker. Almost gets back to the 22. Creating options for Ambrose Papier, who plays it away to Kutsia.
Use it, please, 9. Nothing.
Papier given the hurry up by referee Marius van der Westhuizen. And now under pressure, he gets his kick away. So less space for the number 9s to operate at the back of rucks, but more space at the back of scrums under the new law trials, where scrum half, the defending scrum half, cannot advance beyond the mouth of the scrum, giving time and space to the number 8 and the number 9 to conduct their duties. Great line out this time from the Lions. Jonker in the midfield. Here's Sam Francis off to Henku van Wyk. What a weapon he is. Monet van den Berg. Way now to Edwald van der Merwe, finding work on the opposite wing. Van den Berg to Francis. Bang! Big hit on Skuman. The Lions battling to cross the gain line, but the breakdown shifts, and Hanekom senses that, gets his hands on the ball and frees them to find Kriel. Peterson keeping things moving forward for the Bulls, who are playing it fast and loose here early on in the Yutskate derby in Johannesburg. Francis sends it out in the midfield for Williams, who is elusive. Steenekamp, the next to go for the Bulls. Kutsia. Papier attempting to protect the ball. Great turnover attempt from the Lions and executed to perfection. They look to initiate the counter here with Richard Kriel, who sends it long, seeing some space. Finds touch.
Yeah, both teams want to tidy up their breakdown. You saw when the Lions were getting a bit of momentum, a good tackle on Schoeman, turnover, breakdown, the Bulls are attacking, and the Bulls get a bit of momentum, a bit of rhythm, a bit of continuity. Dominated at the breakdown, another turnover. So Kutia going by himself there, no one supporting him. And guess who has to clean out two forwards? But yeah, he's got no chance against two tight forwards. Good steal from Oosthuizen, but both teams here will just want to clean up their breakdown.
Johan Grobbelaar sends it in for Reinhard Ludwig onto the field for Nokia with that early injury. Hanekom chopped down by Ruan Venter. Two young Springboks.
Use please, 9.
Papier sends one high, a contestable kick for Sebastian de Klerk to chase. Safely underneath that one, Edward van der Merwe.
The Lions are going to need to figure out a way how to play the game on the right side of the field.
Let's go.
So again, even this, it hasn't gone out, so it's play on.
Van der Merwe sends it long, asks the Bulls to start from deep. And here is Devin Williams. Williams looking to create a gap himself. Oh, he's beaten a couple, Williams. Great work from the fullback. Corbus Visa plays it quick. Wilco Low, the first receiver. Butter Chamberlain running out of options. Tackled behind the gain line. The Lions come piling in, but so do the Bulls.
Use, please.
Securing possession. Here's Papier. Dr. Grobbelaar. Two big players running at him. Second of whom, and Klabakanya completes the tackle. Papier to Ludwig.
Stacking back.
Papier sends it back for Chamberlain's kick. Sends it central, no real chase on that one from the Bulls. Kewan Horn takes it in. Sam Francis has the chance to peruse his options. Takes it to the line and pays the price. Quick break here from Franke Horn. So effective in those spaces, the captain of the Lions, Vandenberg. Nobody around for the Lions. Easy meat for Steenekamp. Snatches it away for the Bulls. Papier. Off to Chamberlain, looking to catch the Lions out of position. There's nobody home. Here comes Sergio Peterson. Creel rushing back to get there. Peterson with the feet. The offload. The try to the Bulls. David Creel with the first try of the Yukske Derby.
And Butter Chamberlain take a bow. He saw the space. It was off turnover ball. You remember that Mone van der Berg made that line break. I think it was Gerard Steenekamp here. Gerard Steenekamp, he makes the tackle, gets up, he's fighting on the ground. He gets it back, turnover ball, he spots the space at the back. Space and opportunity combined with a bit of speed. Sergio Peterson has the juice and a little bit more, holds it up, and the awareness to offload to Creel. But really, some fantastic decision making from the breakdown to the identification of space, the chase and the offload and the try for the Vodacom Bulls. Great work, teamwork put together.
Clock ticking down on Butter Chamberlain. Strikes it clean. Sends it over. Another 2 points for the Bulls. They lead 10 points to 0.
And you look at it, you can see the difference here. And it comes with a little bit of experience. A young Flav Chancellor would have tried to run that ball on turnover. And that's the end of it. But what Butter Chamberlain does, he actually scans to see where the opportunity is, where the spaces. And if it's downfield, there's no one home. Get it down. They let the wings chase. Even if he hadn't scored that try, the Lions would have been under pressure in that corner. Where Sam Francis got the ball earlier on, he scanned and he was almost tentative and tried to go for the run. But that will come with time though.
Knock on.
Knock on advantage to the Lions. Hands up from Corbus Visa.
Captain.
He had his hands on it. You can see the strength of Walker Low holding him up. Visa looks like he's lost his shed some weight. Maybe can cover 7 and lock. It's a valuable player in any squad.
To go forward before going up. Please keep the standard.
Listed around 116 kgs. So he's got some weight to lose if he needs to. Corbus Visa, an imposing figure, formerly of the Stormers.
Crouch. Behind. Sit.
Another chance to battle its prime time, and Clavacania looking to get his own back against Steenekamp. Francis to the line, the timing just slightly out there for the Lions. Couldn't get that pass away. Van den Berg feeds Venter. In the red zone here, the Lions. Can they capitalize this time around? Haven't been down this side of the field too often as yet in the match. Botha. Van den Berg. On with the fleetness of foot. Not enough to get around Sergio Peterson. Ball played away to Delport. Van den Berg. And Clavacania hunted just as he received the ball.
Okay, he's fine. You've got to get out there.
That's a fair penalty. Tackler not rolling away.
He can contest in such a good way because you're in the way.
Visa, it was a great tackle, but he needed to roll away straight away. Otherwise,
I will allow anywhere.
Roll away immediately.
Shot.
And there, it was the tackler not rolling away, so Visa knows
straight away. En jy het vat om 'n meter vorentoe. Sal op die enige plek binne daai dinge sal ek toelaat, maar ek kan net nie voor wees nie. Dankie.
Sam Francis has a chance to put the first points on the board for the Lions. The only match in the URC they've won in this derby was away at Loftus Versfeld. They'll be looking to give their fans some home joy today. Nice and easy from Sam Francis. 3 points to the Lions. They're in the game.
Well, good call from the Lions, but plenty of energy from the Lions. Once they got to attack slightly, but the Bulls, or the Vodacom Bulls, conceding 1 or 2 penalties.
Former Bull, Ruan Delport, one of a couple in the Lions outfit today. Botha Chamberlain sends it high, and Sergio Peterson is after this one. He's been making his presence felt, the left wing for the Bulls. And only his second cap of the season.
Use 9, please.
Van den Berg. Under pressure from Ludwig, sends a flat one over the top. Williams takes it in and sends it to Hanekom. Hanekom looks ready to have a run. Here he comes, weaving past the first. Hanekom still on the go. He is elusive. Played away by Papier. Not many numbers on the blind here for the Bulls, but plenty of dedication from de Klerk, but more so from Henku van Veek.
Good tackle. Good tackle. I think was it Devin Williams was trying to burn him on the outside.
Severe.
And some people take that as an insult, the backline players.
Okay, you need to show
He thinks, oh sorry, Sebastian de Klerk says, you think I'm slow. Tucked underneath the ball, and he put the hit in, so great hit from Henku van Veek.
Botha looks for Delport and finds him again. Van den Berg away to Sam Francis. Here is the sledgehammer. Ruan Venter fighting to get his knee to ground. More called as Cameron Hanekom keeps him up off the ground.
Yep.
It's a maul.
You talk about making a statement over a bit of a psychological victory, a small one. The man on man, you called him the sledgehammer, then he's got to do that. He's got to drive the toughness. He's got to bust right through.
Kom ons gaan.
Venter, you can't be held up by your opposite number, especially.
Let's go, please.
Good work from Hanekom. 2 good pieces of play. The kickback or the kick return from Hanekom, the initial one, and now getting into the defensive work. But Ruan Venter, we can see the damage he can do as a ball carrier. There he needs to dominate.
Playing plenty of rugby as Hanekom. Playing outstanding rugby as well. Outstanding crowd here at Emirates Airline Park for the Yukskei Derby. All ages here to enjoy the rugby. You've got to make sure the next generation is ready to go to support this derby into the future.
Oh, she doesn't have a choice, does she? I think that's JP, if I'm not mistaken.
Saman.
Wandi Semelani Tyrone Green, Achiva Damani, all old boys. Jake White, the teacher there.
Okay.
James Dalton, an old boy there too. It is JP.
Bind. Sit.
James Dalton, a hero of Yetske Derby's gone by, as Papier feeds this scrum. Holding steady for the time being, patiently waiting. Hanekom breaks from the back. Look at the space he has to run around the scrum with that opposition 9 not being there to disrupt. Ambrose Papier to Ludwig.
Same thing.
That's fair enough. And
Same as down there. Out, please.
if Morris van der Veste is he's going to be consistent with it, that's good. Then the players can adapt to it. Tackler then has to roll away.
Not kicking for the corners. Both sides taking their chances to go for the 3 points, and Butter Chamberlain's going to line up another.
It's just a second too late, isn't it? Just a second too late from JC Pretorius. Good leg tackle from him. But you got to live in the dark. You got to know when to get out also.
Yeah. 3.
Chamberlain.
Yeah.
That one's off target. No points added to the ledger. 10 points to 3 it remains.
And what's happening here, as you can see, it's a lot of attacking. A lot of attacking play from the Vodacom Bulls, but the Lions, they're not a defensive outfit. They're a running outfit, so they're not really getting enough position or territory or putting the ball in a lot at set piece to build up enough attacking pressure. I just thought the Vodacom Bulls there should have gone for the corner. Then you're looking at 17-3 after 20 minutes.
Horn has no trouble sending a ball long. The Bulls will start from their 22. Hanekom thought about passing. No need when you got talents like his. Takes it into contact just before the halfway line. Pick and go from Steenekamp. Good support from the Bulls, protecting the ball. Here's Papier. Corbus Visa. Makes meters, presents well. Chamberlain will turn to the boot, and over it goes for Sebastian Leclerc to chase. He's after this. Pressure on Sam Francis. The knock-on comes from the young number 10. Forster chases back, secures possession for the Bulls.
Yeah, and if you look at the strategy, the Vodacom Bulls are just managing it better. Hanekom takes the ball up, one more ruck, contestable kick with the chasers set, transferring the pressure, applying the pressure, the mistake comes, what happens? The Bulls have won territory, they've got a scrum put in here.
Let's go.
So the Bulls are just playing a better kicking territorial game, whereas the Lions almost trying to run themselves out of trouble. Then there's a turnover, they're under pressure again. So at the moment, it's the Bulls playing the smarter game.
Let's go. Crouch.
Oh, he's looking to make his way in the South African game, Sam Francis.
Bind.
Yeah, he's good on the front foot. He's quick off the mark. And the Lions play a game plan that will suit him, but they're just not getting enough position at the moment.
Able to clear at his own leisurely pace is Ambrose Papier under these new trial laws. Laws which lend themselves to more running rugby that time. Cameron Hanekom running an obstructive line behind his own player. Yeah,
just indecisive there. If you're not sure if it's not on, close your eyes, take the hit. This could be a very good kick. And it is. It is. That's the magic moment the Lions needed. They needed something. They needed something here, and it's come from the boot. But Hanekom there. Like you said, chances are, I don't know whether the tip pass wasn't on because it was covered. The pass, the pull pass behind probably on. But then, if it's not on, just take the ball up. You can look to build from then on. But a rare chance for the Lions here. They need to use this because they've been forced to tackle a lot.
Water. feeds Delport again. Quickly down off the top. Porter wrapping around the corner. Great contact. And the Lions set the rack. Deep in the red zone now. Can they converge? Their third attempt. Really almost finding a gap there. Etienne Oosthuizen, crucial tackle made at the last by Hanekom. And Kabakanye, who knows how to move forward. It's tight head on tight head as Wilco Low makes the hit. Vandenberg sends it blind. Francis away to Pretorius. Elrich Low on the cover. It's Vandenberg. Clears to Henku van Veek. Happy to run in those channels right next to the rack, but he finds some cold shoulders waiting for him. Skuman ready to receive. He was not the target that time around. And Kabakanye again. Once more, Wilco Low hunting him. Vandenberg for Jonker. Just as his outside centre did, he takes it into the thick of things. Sam Francis. Away to Kewen looking to employ the palm. Great tackle made by Peterson. Up and at them again. Kewen he had to do that, otherwise the Bulls might have caught him behind the gain line. Delport head down and power forward.
Tackle off the ball on number 2.
Good phase of play, good
Number
defensive
1.
work also.
Expected the player to get the ball, tackle off the ball.
You can see some bodies already.
So, yeah.
27 minutes in. Slowly
Sorry,
get off the ground. It is hot out there.
Yeah,
And they were denied water also.
Ek dink was dit het of jy hom gekry het.
It's important for the Lions to stay within touch. Gerard Steenekamp on Porter.
Ek kan dink.
The Lions taking no chances. They call upon Sam Francis again.
To me. No.
To close that gap between the two sides ever more.
Yes.
And for all the possession and territory that the Bulls have enjoyed, they've only managed to capitalize with those 10 points. So the Lions
Wat is die probleem, Corey?
remain within touching distance.
Dankie. Op daai een wat ek gekol het nou het kontak. Dankie.
Another simple one for Sam Francis, and he obliges with a further 3 points for the Emirates Lions. It's 10 points to 6.
Yeah, and it's interesting, the strategy from both teams. Generally a penalty there, we'll see a kick for the corner, try and mold it over. Both teams have chosen to take the points.
Ja, dis touch and go, ja.
Hanekom makes his way from the field for the Vodacom Bulls.
As hom gehad het, was dit 'n great hit.
It looks like Sergio Peterson. He looks like blood. I'm not sure Hanekom. Might be an HIA.
Might be. Let's see how those developments affect the game. Ruan Venter trying to get away from the attentions of Sebastian de Klerk. Did well to slow down the big man. Vandenberg. A bouncing ball, difficult to deal with for Devin Williams. Sends it centre field for Butter Chamberlain, who can play 10 and 15 years. Kane and Moody. Moody fires it inside for Forster. Elrich Low trying to break the tackle of Vandenberg. The offload, a dynamic one, and the Bulls are still going. They're running this ball wild in the first half. Wilco Low, not typically a part of such endeavours, tidies up, sets the ruck. Ludwig moves them forward. That's great ruck defence as Franke Horn's arms taken away from the challenge. Papier looking for quick ball and he gets it. Chamberlain off to Kane and Moody, who's injecting some energy. Pretorius fights for it on the ground, can't get close. Chamberlain's going to try the drop goal. This one will be dropping short. Still in play. Sam Francis considers running it out, sends it long. He's going to hug that touchline. Great kick from the young 10. Stays in field and puts a Chamberlain. Can weigh up his options.
Oh, great kick from Sam Francis. Look, he made the kick and he also chased it. And it's a long way downtown here in this heat. But the Bulls they lost a bit of shape on attack. I thought that loose pass. But a little of injection of X factor and pace from Kane and Moody. So some subs have been made. Moody on for Sergio Peterson. We saw Nokia go off and Hanekom off. I think Nizam Carr's on for Hanekom.
It's on the outside shoulder and there's a contest. It's on the outside shoulder and a contest.
That one's going to sting for the Lions.
Captain,
Yeah, you want to back it, you want to back it up. You know, the good kick, the pressure from Francis. Then you want the set piece to back up that good play. Then you're constantly applying pressure. I can see even the release. Almost let go of the ball and started chasing straight away.
Crouch! Bind! Sit!
Appeal. Feeds the scrum.
Not going forward,
more stability at scrum time, and then early on in the match, Creole, he sees the ball slip from his clutches.
Yeah, soft mistake. I think he just went ahead of himself in terms of the run and forgot he had the ball. But how consistent has he been? He's been one of the first names on the Bulls team sheet for a good 2-3 seasons now. See him at fullback, inside, outside, centre, and wing. Incredibly versatile, strong, powerful, and he doesn't have a high error rate at all.
Time off, please.
Mr. Dependable for the Vodacom Bulls.
Just got a shoelace here.
But nice chance for the Lions here. Midfield scrum, they can go both ways. Horn's got acceleration. Horn at the back. And you look at Morne van der Berg also, he's almost like a loose forward when he carries that ball. That's how strong he is as a scrum off, as a ball carrying scrum off. So a good chance here for the Lions.
It's working really nice on your ball, good discipline so that it can work on their ball.
That tells the story. Look at the tackles made by the Lions as compared to the Vodacom Bulls.
Sit!
The feed from Van den Berg. Chance for the Lions to play with ball in hand. Jonker turns to the boot immediately for Henku. Van Veek to chase. Van Veek's after it. Great pace from the number 13.
Try. I didn't have him held in the tackle.
Weapon X strikes for the Lions, and they take the lead.
Yeah, and what they did there is smart play from the Lions.
For me, there wasn't a clear propel. I think it's momentum. Guys running at
because Van der Berg broke to the one side, the fullback had to come up into the line. So there was no one home. That kick had to be accurate. It had to be good. So Van der Berg broke down the right-hand side. The fullback had to follow down that side. The wings are up, so there is space at the backfield. And that's where it was for Henko van Veek. The Lions back in it. The Lions on the hunt.
Bulls' heads will be spinning as to how they have given the lead away after so much dominance in this first half. Sam Francis to make it a 3-point game. Misses the attempted conversion. It's 11 points to 10. The Lions lead.
Yeah, and you can see no one home. Fullback. Yeah, I think Devin Williams was up in the line there. You can see him on the right-hand side. He was too flat, actually. He should have hung back a bit to anticipate that kick, so he came out flat, and that's why that kick went over. Because Horn went down the blind side, he came up to try and close space at the back, so that kick was very good.
Butter Chamberlain launches it again for the Bulls, who now trail at Emirates Airline Park here in the Yuxke Derby. Ruan Venter past the first challenge, sets the ruck inside the 22 for the Lions. Van den Berg fires back for Kewan Horn, who fires it long.
And the Bulls, look at the storyline of this game. This is where they've gotten a lot of attacking lineouts. You know, it's been a turnover there, a knock on here. Sometimes the best thing is just to try more slightly tied up a bit, get the penalty kick for the corner, then look to convert from there. But Marcel Coutier has been the go-to guy generally from this position. So you'll see him out in the midfield between him and Foster.
Great hands from the Bulls.
He's on time.
Devin Williams sends it through for Moody to chase. Moody against Edward van der Merwe, who's covered brilliantly well. Moody trying to put him down behind his own try line. The evasive work from the Lions, exemplary, and they send it long. Butter Chamberlain down in black play for the Bulls. Here comes Devin Williams. He's isolated. He has to beat the first defender, and he has, and the second. Lions in over the ball, winning the penalty, and they're getting their crowd involved as well.
And it's that man again. There we go, JC Pretorius. Lions have played quickly.
The cross kick seeking out Henku van Wyk. The Bulls getting there in cross coverage. Sebastian de Klerk's pace, bailing them out.
Yeah.
Will be a line out to the Lions.
Was it off the
Put the Chamberlain's down, which means that Willie LaRue, he's getting ready to come on that fly off. Yeah, so the reserve 10 is Willie LaRue. He's waiting. Now he's back on, so I think Chamberlain will be okay. I think he's got a bit of a stinger. I'm not sure, is that a...
Thank you. Yeah.
He's strapping his hand up.
Let gecheck nou net. Ja, sê daar's geen valsbel nie.
Boeta Chamberlain will be desperate to stay healthy in this rare opportunity in the absence of Johan Grobbelaar.
JD, would you just go
Johan
to the
Goosen,
10,
rather, who had a knee injury, fortunately for the Bulls, not proving to be...
checked that it's no clear foul play, so we can continue.
I think, I get the feeling there might have been a late hit.
Okay.
Looks like a wrist being strapped up there for Boeta Chamberlain. Back on his feet. Well, another chance for the Lions.
Big chance. You look at the score, you look at the time, the Lions defending a lot, the Bulls doing a lot of attacking. The Lions with the lead. They've just converted better.
Ball over the top from the home side. Jonker's offload to Henku van Wyk. You've seen just how dangerous he can be. So hard to bring down, driving forward in the contact. Look at those meters after contact made by the outside center. Oosthuizen next up. Here's Pretorius, 5 meters out from the Bulls line now. It's all Lions late on in the first half here.
Hughes.
Venter hits it up. Van den Berg looks to set it free. Jonker looking for the inside ball for Horn. Beats the first.
No tackle.
Horn fighting for those meters. Played away by Johan Skuman. Now Franke Horn wrapping around the corner, the double corkscrew. Not enough to get to the line, they go again. Stopped short. Great reload from the Bulls.
It was knocked. It was knocked. There's a little knock on at the back of that ruck.
No.
You almost thought just one more phase and the Lions were over.
Let's go, please.
They just needed one more phase and they were over.
Ons gaan.
The Vodacom Bulls, I don't think they can believe they're in this position.
Okay.
Considering the amount of play they've had.
Let's go, please.
There's Horn, and it was a good little pass from Tlabakanya. But yeah, you get to clean that ball out then.
Crouch.
There, that's the kick there forward.
Crouch.
Sergio Peterson back on. Kane Moody can rest again. What an impact he's had in a short time on the field.
Sit.
Nizam Kar remains on the field in place of the impressive young number 8, Cameron Hanekom.
Stay on. Use, please.
And it doesn't look like Hanekom will be returning to the field. Sitting on the touchline now in the chairs alongside his teammates. Devin Williams, he's got a big boot on him himself. The 215s can send these balls long. And sends it to safety for the Bulls, does Williams.
Yeah, just tidy. Solid scrum. Nizam Kar all the time in the world. A little bit of stepping. Ball secured. Solid base. And great exit. Good defensive work. Also scrambling D.
There is Cameron Hanekom. Springboks galore on the Bulls bench. They have options to turn this game around later on. Successful line-out from the Lions. One last chance here in the first half. 15 seconds to play before the hooter sounds. Henku van Wyk on the Bulls' 10-meter line. So much possession for the Lions late in the half, and they saw almost none of it in the opening 25-30 minutes. Oosthuizen with a powerful run. Van den Berg. The Lions keeping the ball alive now, much as the Bulls did earlier on in the game. Venter. Mone van den Berg. Here's Jonker looking for the no-look flick. Not so flashy this time.
Blue.
And the Lions are starting to get their rhythm. You can see the Vodacom Bulls, they don't really have a lot of line speed. So the Lions are dancing behind the gain line. And you just need one of those good broken field runners, an Edel van der Merwe, Horn,
number 20.
just to get that break there. So look, there's no line speed, just passive waiting. You know, with line speed, there's players from both teams jumping all over that ball. But what a half. The Bulls have dominated pretty much a lot of the aspects, except for the scoreboard.
Twice as many carries for the Bulls as the Lions have, but it is the Lions who have the lead. Sam Francis will look to extend that to a 4-point lead. Francis, another clean strike, goes away, bending out to the right of the posts. Another missed attempt by Sam Francis, shaking his head at that one, as well he might. It remains a 1-point game in the Yukske derby between these two proud sides of Gauteng. Once a technical advisor to the Tongan national side. Here's Kieran Horn. The second half is underway. The Emirates Lions send it high and the Vodacom Bulls take it in through Corvus Visa. What a signing he's been for the team in blue as they continue to build their squad to have the strength to challenge on all fronts. Booted, of course, out of the Champions League after a couple of rugged performances, winning their last match, and they will be contesting the Challenge Cup along with the Lions. A challenge in the air for both sides there. They found plenty of joy on the kick chase today, have the Vodacom Bulls. Chamberlain sends it to Williams, one over the top for Sergio Peterson, who has endless creativity. Sends this one long, it goes bouncing end over end, it might be too long. Holds up in the dead ball area. Well, no brotherly love.
It's the brothers. He gave him the thumbs up. He's laughing. Interesting week for the Grills.
My father's watching the game today with a half-and-half jersey, refusing to take sides. Queuing on. Crisp strike on the goal line dropout, taking it all the way to the 10-meter line, and charging back at them is El Rakhlo. Laying waste the big number 7. That looked uncomfortable. Oh, that looked very uncomfortable indeed.
Yeah, his knee. His knee got stuck as he tried to fall back, and you can see he's holding onto that leg. This isn't good. This is not good at all. As he was trying to step, his leg got caught. He got jammed on the ground, and his leg went one way, the body went the other way.
Potential ligament damage to 2 star players.
The body on the leg. So that's the knee.
And he left.
The attritional nature of any South African derby rearing its ugly head once again here in the Yukske derby. Norkia went down with something that looked like a knee injury, and the ankle and knee compromised for El Rakhlo, who has been playing such good rugby over the last few years.
Yeah, it can be such a tough game. One moment you're on top of the world, the next thing you can be out for several months because of injury, and hopefully this is not a big one. It looked painful on the knees, knee buckled, completely buckled.
Jy is 100% reg, maar wat jy dan doen is 'n retaliation. So.
And Dr. Holmes, the Springbok doctor, right on there with the green top. He's got the best care in the world there. El Rakhlo.
As El Rakhlo gets some treatment, let's look at the story of the game thus far. Here's how the tries came about. Sergio Peterson's chase there, absolutely brilliant. Great hands as well. Never mind the feet, the hold-up, and the offload, finding David Kriel for the try.
And Enko van Wyk, this was from a midfield scrum. The Bulls a little bit too hard on the push there. They should have held back slightly or dropped the man. and then looked to shadow towards the touchline. The space was at the back, and the Lions found it.
How about the battle between the 13s today? They are two excellent players. Henku van Wyk on the one side for the Lions and David Kriel on the other for the Bulls.
Yeah, and what I like about them, they're front foot players. So whether Kriel or van Wyk getting the ball or doing defensive work, they're always going forward, aggressive in contact, always going hard. But Henku van Wyk has also been unlucky with the injury, but certain promise, massive promise, strong, good leg drive, and he picks his moment beautifully. And defensively, we saw that his defensive work. Look at that, always strong in contact, good ball placement. This is his defensive work and the try scoring work here, the speed from van Wyk, and over he goes for the Lions try by plenty of promise shown by this young man.
He was in a Springbok alignment camp, but unfortunately was not able to win his first cap as he copped a knee injury during a period which he saw many of the players on this field right here winning their opening caps for the of Johannesburg, and of course Tshwane up the road, making their way into this famous stadium formerly known as Ellis Park, of course, where famous things have happened, none more famous than what happened in green and gold back in 1995 when Joel Stransky dropped gold and penalty kicked the Springboks to their first ever Rugby World Cup victory.
And it looks like Cameron Hanekom, he went off for blood, so he'll go back onto the field. But Joel Leclerc, what a season he had last year. You know, coming off the bench for the Springboks, powerful ball carrier, high work rate, and complemented the other Springbok loose forwards. This is tough to see, and a lot of attention being paid to him. And he just went a little bit laterally as that tackle was made. There was a player under his leg. He went one way. So look here, the beat goes on. You're on TV. Have a look. Look at that smile.
So many reasons to make your way down to the stadiums to catch the Vodacom URC action live and in person. Plenty of joy to be had. Win or lose, it's all about the joy of the game. And when this stadium is full, the atmosphere in here, it's hard to match anywhere around the world. El Ruglo still getting that attention. The very best attention, of course. His leg being secured, now making his way onto the stretcher. You can see the pain etched across his face, hand over the eyes. It's got to be not only painful in the physical sense, but in the understanding of what the implications of this injury are as he looks to establish himself in that green and gold jersey and never give up his spot. But of course, right now, all that needs to be considered is getting that all healed up.
Yeah, it's always tough to see when this happens to any rugby player. And you can see his players, he's captained this team before. He's been, since he came from the Kings to the Vodacom Bulls, what a player he's been. Drives the toughness, works hard, always on the front foot. El Ruglo, complete loose forward.
The sheriff is what they call him. Made his way into the Bulls team when Dwayne Vermeulen was still a force in the game, and did not shy away from the challenge of taking on the big man Thor in training. El Ruglo waves his way off the field, gives the thumbs up, and we wish him a speedy recovery indeed. Whether you're wearing blue or red jersey or any color today, as a South African fan, you'll want to see that man getting healthy as soon as possible.
Excellent scrum to the first half.
Yeah, it's been a good crowd. All obviously the grandstand side with the shaders. The ultras sit the other side where the sun is.
Fine.
It looks like they put all the Vodacom Bull supporters there.
It'll make life difficult for the opposition, especially on Derby Day. Ambrose Papier sent it away to Foster. We are back underway. Sam Francis makes his tackle, quick play to Corbus Visa. Ruck speed from the Bulls has been exemplary today. Papier seeing a half gap, attacking it. Marcel Coetzee next up. Great hands from Hanekom. Devin Williams with devastating pace, grubbers it through. Kewan Horn manages that situation brilliantly. He's got a head on his shoulders, this youngster, but he feeds his opposition this time in Sergio Peterson, and the Bulls are back on the front foot. Just outside the lines, 22, they go again. Here's Wilco Low. He won't be tackled backwards. Papier feeds Chamberlain. Stands and delivers to Devin Williams. Running at a solid defensive line, disrupted by Ruan Venter. Knock-on advantage, penalty advantage to the home team.
That was a gimme for JC Pretorius. I know there's another blonde flanker in studio that will be smiling at that. Well, he used to be blonde. But really, good work. It's a third steal from the open side flank, and that's what he selected for. To cause all sorts of havoc at the breakdown. That was a gimme for him. So look at that. It's a rescue job from Kriel, but well placed. And the only thing Kriel could have done there is felt the presence of someone above him and rolled that ball away. That would have bought him a bit of time. At least the oncoming Vodacom Bulls players would have run onto the ball and taken it. But good chance here for the Lions. We're getting more belief, getting stronger and stronger as this game goes along.
And for their second ever Vodacom URC victory in the Yatske Derby. Feed to the line out comes from PJ Botha to Ruan Venter into the midfield. It's Jonker chopped down in the tackle by Botha Chamberlain. First receiver this time, Juan Skuman, one of the former Bulls in the Lions outfit. Nizam Kar in over the ball, the former Springbok, stealing it away for the Bulls this time. Ambrose Papier on duty at the base of the ruck. Devin Williams looks to skip it to Peterson again. The Lions just leaving an element of space on the outside. Sergio Peterson dropping shoulder. Taken away by the Lions. Sam Francis looking to connect with Richard Kriel.
I know it's open season in terms of turnover. 1 or 2 contacts. But what the Bulls are doing, they're getting the ball wide, but they're not squaring up the inside defender.
We're going to go.
So the scrambling defense or the shadow defense is always getting that outside runner. That's why you see Sergio Peterson cutting in a lot, because that's a scramble D coming across. Whereas if you square off the inside defense, or if you square up the defense, then they're forced to almost commit to the tackle. Then he creates a bit more space.
Yes, yeah.
One of the few law trials taking place is that the referees behind the scenes are keeping an eye on how long it takes to set a scrum, looking to keep that down to about 30 seconds. Obviously very difficult to get those forwards moving around to your will.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Lions feed. Morne van den Berg in charge of that. Clears it from the base. Francis sends the inside ball to Henku van Wyk, spinning out of challenges. He is one of a kind. Great ball to Venter. 2 of the young stars for the Lions moving things forward. Marcel Coetzee attempted the turnover, unsuccessful. And Klapakanya chopped down at the knees. Van den Berg, Botha. Just outside the 22 of the Bulls. Had a very bad conversion rate early in the first half of the match. They have an advantage to play with here. Van den Berg takes the punishment to get the pass away. And the Lions keep the ball alive. Forster can't free the ball in the tackle. Van den Berg to Francis. Great offload under duress. Wide it goes to JC Pretorius. Round the first. Can he get his hands free?
He just needed to hold on to that ball. He backed his speed. But he did the right thing. As you saw, he didn't have the juice to get there. Cut back on the inside. Then formed the truck. He'd have had some big men running onto that ball on the gain line.
Number 3's got to roll out, and then 4 had a good contest.
You almost get the feeling that the Lions almost offer a little bit more on attack. I mean, some good soft touches here. Even if it's not perfect, it's getting that ball into space. Van Wyk squaring up. Yeah, he just needed a good ground to ground there. Then you look what's behind. Morne van den Berg would have picked that ball with some able and willing runners.
JC Pretorius could well be playing his rugby in Perth this weekend on the HSBC Sevens Tour. The former Blitzbok who won gold at the Commonwealth Games once upon a time. Attended the same school as Kwagga Smith, who made his name right here at the Lions in this famous red jersey when they were flying high in Super Rugby, narrowly missing out on the title. Sam Francis lines it up, and this time it's good. 4 points between the teams. The Lions lead.
With this heat now, the coach will just start looking towards the bench. You can see Villaloo about to come on, Klopper, Aka, Van der Merwe and Kane Moody. The Bulls need to rescue this one. They need an injection of energy.
Pretty much a perfect kick-off, that one. Man and ball for Ruan Venter, deals with it as if it was nothing to him. The pressures of Sebastian de Klerk making sure that the Lions were forced to start from deep, and Kewan Horn looking to reverse that trend. What a kick from Horn.
Yeah, but again, there's no pressure. There's absolutely no pressure on him. He's got a massive boot. It's at altitude. There is absolutely no pressure on him. So he's got all the time in the world. You know, someone, one of the locks or scrum off needs to go chase up, put pressure on him. You get a bad kick, then the line out all of a sudden is on the other side of the field.
Receiver.
On their own 10-meter line, the Bulls start again. The feed from Grobbelaar to Corbus Wiese. Marcel Coetzee into contact, taken down by Botha. Papier preparing to put boot to ball. Sebastian de Klerk will be tasked with the chase.
Everybody on.
Edward van der Merwe looking to make up ground on this. It's bounced. Nobody gets their hands on it, and fortuitously falls into the welcoming claws of the Lions. Henku van Wyk, Sergio Peterson sticking to the task. Such a dependable operator, left wing for the Bulls, and Kabakanye keeps it safe, and wisely so.
Holding on.
Or was it? Penalty
That player's
Bulls.
on his feet looking to steal.
Now that's the one that should have gone straight to the flower, kick it downfield.
Couple of Springboks ready to make their imprint on this match. Not a bad set of players to bring on, Anyane.
Yeah, all the experience, the know-how. You just get the. I mean, Billy LaRue definitely is worth a try too in terms of assists. If the Bulls get enough front football, at least with a try at best. But you know, he's got this ability to make the players around him look great. His communication will be great, and the Bulls will make the good, all the right decisions with him on the field. And then you got the striking power of a Kane Moody, who wants to get back to his best form.
That guy didn't agree with my decision.
This might be his last action of the match, Botha Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Chamberlain sends it through the sticks. 3 points for the Bulls. Okay. It's a 1-point game again.
Yeah, look, I think I just want to see what position Billy LaRue's coming on. It looks like he'll probably go on to fullback. No, he's going on to fly off, so Botha Chamberlain coming off.
I see 4 guys off. We're good to go.
Aka van der Merwe has won some Springbok caps himself. Harold Foster never donned the green and gold, even in those heady days of Lions rugby when they were flying high, and Lionel Mapu made his way into the Springbok jersey. Kewan Horn gets us back underway. Nizam Carr watches that over his shoulder. It was going to bounce just over the try line. The Bulls will start from the depths of their own try line.
Hughes. 9.
Carr, much like Sergio Peterson, a dependable soldier for this Vodacom Bulls side, and Kane Moody, with his talent in the air, will chase this kick. It bounces in field, just about.
You are on the edge, number 9, with his speed.
PJ Botha. In Bulls territory, the Lions have had their line-up disrupted.
The ball has been won by that player, and it's been tapped in the air.
Oh, that's a soft penalty.
Shot. The contest is over when the players got possession.
Have seldom turned down the opportunity to go for 3 points today, the Lions, and they don't do it this time either. Ludwig, the temptation just too great to go for that one.
Yeah, definitely.
So another big kick from Sam Francis. Aren't they all big kicks in the Yuxke derby, especially when the scoreline is separated by as little as it is right now? This one may well come down to the wire. What impact can the bench of the Lions have, who are keeping their powder dry for the time being, or the Bulls pretty much emptied their bench just about. They've got 2 players waiting, and Chakweni and Johannes. Sam Francis. It's good! 3 more points to the Lions, 17 on the board.
Beautiful from Sam Francis. Beautiful from him. Back to take it, and you look at the history. We mentioned it, 2 points separating these 2 teams. So it could come down to a kick.
Kane Moody's after this one. Oh, they haven't managed to bring it in clean. Ruan Delport struggling with that with one hand. Steenekamp takes it, sets the ruck for the Bulls. Look at where they are right away in the red zone of the Lions. Barnstorming run moves them forward again. Quick ball for Moody. 4 tries in the URC already this season. Papier away to Willie de Roux. They've got numbers galore to the outside. Henku van Veek shoots out and makes his hit. Willie de Roux sends it wide. It's frantic stuff from the Bulls. Sergio Peterson beats a couple. Great go forward there. Head down from Kobus Wiese. Akka van der Merwe with the fresh legs brought down by Ruan Venter. Papier, quick ball again. Here's Klopper.
Tacklers.
Papier. Willie de Roux feeds Kane and Moody. Hard line from the Springbok. Does well to retain possession there with a little help from his friends. Willie de Roux dummies the kicks. Akka van der Merwe with the offload. Kobus Wiese reaching out over the line.
Stretch. I don't see him working with his knees. We will clear it, but that's a try for me. Quinton.
It's on in the crowd. The Bulls have come alive, and you can see the impact of Willie de Roux also. Just varying his distance.
He's allowed to
stand and deliver, not holding the ball on for too long, but they a little bit of acceleration, a good flat pass with players running onto it.
Yeah.
So he just varies it a bit. Akka van der Merwe running the hard, challenging line. Dominates contact. Wiese, over he goes.
To place the ball, which he does, and I don't feel that he's preparing himself.
This is fine, not held there.
It was on the screen now, yes.
He was over the line anyway.
Within law, stay with on-field decision.
Thank you.
Quentin Elmerman in the TMO box gives it the thumbs up. Well, we've got a new kicker for the Vodacom Bulls.
Yeah, it's Dino for me.
Really looking to get one over his brother. Make sure he knows about it. David Kriel will attempt to add the extra 2 with the Bulls in a 1-point lead. Make it 3. David Kriel on the money. The Bulls have 20 points to the 17 of the Lions.
Okay. Ons gaan aangaan.
And that was good. Akka van der Merwe, because he dominated contact, he ran hard onto that Willie de Roux pass. Then that gave him the right to offload. Once he's gone forward, dishes it to Wiese, who does the rest.
Wiese still dreams of joining his older brother Jasper in the green and gold jersey. Horn sends it long to Nizam Kar again. He gets things going for the Bulls, who have the lead.
Papier's going to have to speed up here. He's been warned about the time.
9.
Under pressure. Papier sends it high, getting less and less depth with each of those box kicks, it would appear, but still the Bulls keep on getting the ball back. Williams sends it away, just a bit of space to work with. Kriel for Peterson. Peterson with Franke Horn to beat. Drops it on the boot. It's all on the bounce, and it's unfortunate for Kane and Moody. The Lions come flooding back through Sam Francis. It's all happening. A turnover ball for the Bulls. Akka van der Merwe feeds Foster. How about that for a hit?
Still playing advantage.
Everything good there, no knock-ons, and the Bulls will go under advantage. Kobus Wiese looking for support, trundling forward at the same time. Carr gets it clear from the base. Rapid pace from the Bulls at all times in this match today. Papier to Willie de Roux, weighing up his options, sends it to Williams. Here's Peterson. Peterson running into the half gap. High danger. Here's Papier, the offload to Akka van der Merwe.
The Bulls have come alive. They're on a run. It's a stampede at the moment. And the Lions are lucky there.
Say again.
Wiese's come alive. Hanekom's handling. Akka van der Merwe is all over the place.
Number 13 Lions.
Willie de Roux giving them good width from the 10 position. And a definite momentum change. The Lions were doing well, but the Bulls, well, we said earlier on, they haven't been great the last 20-30 minutes. The message is clear, yeah. Can they keep up this momentum? this energy,
Yeah, this
because the gaps are starting to open up.
Let's go, please.
Stepping into the firing line, Mani Ras. Just as the game hits a high tempo, courtesy of the team in blue.
Okay, that's your mark.
Can the home team absorb this pressure and strike back themselves? Still just 3 points between the sides.
Really big shoes to fill.
Yeah, and it's important, Paul. You look at the Lions when they're doing well. We haven't mentioned Frankie Horn's name at all. You think about how many times when they're on front foot, he's in the wide channels handling the ball. Finter's had 1 or 2 moments in the sun, but not enough. You know, it's Hanekom, it's Visa, it's Nizam Kar, it's Marcel Couture.
Sit.
Taka van der Merwe doing all the damage. And the heat's going to start coming from scrum time now also.
So, Anyani, you're telling me it starts up front?
I gave your predecessors one in the first half as well, both of you guys. I gave them one to settle. I know it's your first scrum, but the standard's got to be better, okay?
21-year-old SJ Kotze onto the field for the Lions as well. Plenty of youngsters in this outfit.
Kry daai elleboog op asseblief, net 'n langer bind asseblief. Dankie. Thanks, JD.
Well, that thing's ready to come onto the field as well. As frightening as any of the players, really.
Crouch.
A harbinger of doom. The future of the game.
Bind. Sit.
Please tell me what that thing's for.
Oh, no. Hopefully just companionship. Fake dog.
Just changing in there.
A penalty at scrum time with a change in the front rows. SJ Kotze pinged by referee Marius van der Westhuizen.
Thank you. Shot.
It's one of those games. I don't think we've seen a 5-meter line out. We have not seen, because both teams have gone for points, we have not seen a 5-meter line out. I'm not sure we've seen a maul either. Yeah. Bring back the maul.
Now the Northern Hemisphere has inherited them all. David Kriel still on kicking duties. He's got plenty of time on the shot clock there to play with. No pressure will come as it's a penalty. Knocks it over casually. He's got it all in his locker, David Kriel. Another 3 points to the Bulls. They lead 23 points to 17. It's a 6-point game.
Yeah, and what's going to happen with this game? I think the Vodacom Bulls are going to be tested in terms of depth. Remember, they've got Grenada, who can come into the mix. Namakava also as loose forward, because El Reclo looks like he might be out for a while. Nokia's a big loss.
Nizam Kar underneath the restart again. And Willie Leroux, who has provided the much needed experience and ingenuity for the Bulls since coming on. Kewan Horn with an advantage being played to the Lions. It'll be music to their ears.
Net gaan vir 'n merk kry. Offside from the kick.
Costly error.
Okay. Almal is offside. Willie het geskop en niemand het deel aan kant gesit nie. Is this the mark, Griff? Okay.
Proper halfback, Morne van den Berg, always looking for the half chance. Called back that time.
They heard me.
Yeah.
Here comes the maul. It's the first 5-meter line out, I think. Yeah, I think it's the first one of the day.
Sam Francis sets it up for the Bulls, for the Lions rather. And making his way to feed the line out, Yaku Fisaki, replacement hooker for the Lions. A long-term build as well. Before leaving right at the start of Jake White's tenure, they set up that rolling maul, which is rolling sideways for the time being. The Lions stick to the task, and they're sticking like glue to each other as well. Still a great formation if they can get some momentum going, and momentum is there now. The Bulls falling off the bone, the Lions marching forward, but they've fallen short of the line as the rest of them all wheeled away. Mani Ras, great power, fighting for the ball on the ground. JC Pretorius ready to get involved. It was Jonker having a go, an advantage again to the Lions. Less than a meter out, Van den Berg gets it away, great momentum, the Lions are in! Etienne Oosthuizen with 5 points for the home team, and they could snatch the lead back.
It's game on. It's certainly game on.
Jy mag dalk reg wees aan daai en die probleme.
Again, I thought the Bulls did well. The Vodacom Bulls did well to stop that more.
Okay.
It looked like it was rolling towards the try line. But Oosthuizen, what he does here, Hanekom's too high. He dips his legs. He wins the shoulder battle. He's got 2 players, so it's 6 legs against 2 here. If you look at the guys latching on against him, or 6 versus 4. But what he does beautifully, he's a tall guy. He dips low under Hanekom.
Jy kan relax.
Almost drive towards the thighs with 2 players on top of him.
Yes.
Latched onto him. Front foot. The Lions on the hunt. Francis to convert.
Sam Francis sends it bending away. Looked like it was good for the first few moments, but away it goes, and it's a 1-point game. The Lions trail.
I think the crowd can believe it. What Oosthuizen does well, look where he attacks. Hanekom almost at waist height, and what Hanekom needed to do there is get underneath him, chop the legs with going forward, and dominate the gain line. But good technique, good body awareness from Oosthuizen to duck underneath the defender with the cavalry rolling him in.
Oh,
that's a crucial one.
Ja, het might geval.
Looked like he caught it and then jumped out.
yeah.
Nummer
Like
10
it
van
may
die
just have been
asseblief.
drifting into touch from the boot of Willie LaRue. Let's have a look.
10. Okay, time is on.
Aka van der Merwe feeds, great contest, but a better line out from the Bulls. Corvus Visa, one of the try scorers today, takes it in, and the Bulls are marching forward. Same maul. Aka van der Merwe breaks away with a bunch of Bulls in front of him, and that formation is solid, but now they're getting dragged towards the touchline. Advantage Bulls.
Okay.
But a crucial momentum swing that may have been from that restart, with Ruan Delport's toes just crossing the line as he collected it.
Yeah, this is an important set here. You go back to that mistake from the kickoff, and the result into a double negative for the Lions, and they might be forced to pay for this one. But the maul is back all of a sudden.
Ja, ongelukkig is 7 entry wat hom amper oor die lyn gedruk het. Okay. Can we go? Nick. Okay, just time off, please.
Ruan Venter always in the thick of things, getting some treatment for the Lions, and a chance for everybody to draw some breath here. We're in the final 20 minutes of the match, where the Bulls have been accused of fading away, but they made all of their substitutes, or pretty much all of their substitutes earlier on. They've got one more waiting on the bench to the Bulls. Chakweni about to make his way onto the field in the 17 jersey.
Yeah, and you got to look at also what the Bulls have done. Generally at Loftus, they get these massive leads, and then almost take the pressure off, and then the opposition come back somewhere along the line. This game's been different. It's been tight. It's almost been test match-like in terms of the scoring, and no one's really run away with it.
Who's the captain?
It's like Etienne Oosthuizen is off the field after scoring his try for the Lions. LaRue knocks it into touch. And the Bulls will have a chance deep in the red zone of the Lions. Aka van der Merwe starts it off well, straight down from the Bulls, and they get going with the ball in hand. Nizam Kar takes them within 5 meters of the line, and the Bulls go again. The Lions are desperately defending their try line now. Another penalty advantage to the visiting side. Hanekom's going to have a go. The Lions stay strong on their defense. Aka van der Merwe looking to work his way over the line. Reinhard Ludwig, can he reach out? Desperation from the Lions.
Okay, awesome.
Patience from the Vodacom Bulls. They just hammered away. Meat and potato stuff down there. All the hard work. They needed to roll their sleeves up. What a game. He's actually had a very good game. He's carried all day. He hasn't stood back. And a well-earned try from the powerful loose forward. And Ludwig, what he does there is the open, the placement. So the pill is right there. And chances are if it's a second or two slower, the defense sets, and then they can come up and make the tackle. But the Bulls finishing strongly.
Lions ran out of bodies eventually, and the Bulls extend their lead. And David Kriel could take it even further. Beyond that 7-point margin, which is so crucial in rugby. David Kriel.
No. Is it?
Another clean strike. The flag's raised. 30 points to 22. The Bulls lead in the Yukske derby.
Well, the Lions need some sort of spark. They need some sort of help here. They need to get momentum back. And this was an open side placement. The pull right there for Marcel Couture. He's big, he's strong, he's powerful, and he's got an engine. But generally the Lions would bring on a player like Asanele Nohamba at this stage of the game, or even earlier, and that's the magic, that's a sprinkle of magic that they need. They don't have him today.
Thank you.
Q&On launches it again. Nizam Kar once more underneath the ball. And the Bulls dominating proceedings over the last 10 to 20 minutes here in the second half. The Lions will be desperate to snatch control back. Papier getting some distance on this kick. Kanan Moody after it, knocks it back in field. The flag not raised. The Bulls play on. Harold Forster taking it up the guts in his 50th match.
Tackle!
Well, the Bulls back in position again. The Lions thought they were going to have a line out backward. It was kicked from Ambrose Papier. No such luck. David Kriel dominated in the hit from Mani Ras. Great defense from the replacement for the Lions. Here's Hanekom. Hanekom just about dragged back by S.J. Kotze. What a tackle from the replacement front ranker. Billy Leroux gets it away to Peterson. Popped over the shoulder to Marcel Couture. Playing with some flourish now are the Bulls, and they've got numbers out to the left. Willie Leroux has proven to be a great general in that number 10 position, coming on for Boeta Chamberlain. Papier away to Leroux. The delayed ball. Was it an early tackle? Another penalty.
And what you can see with Willie is also the experience. He doesn't spend any time on the ground. He's always there, available. So the whole time he's just standing there as the conductor, looking for runners off him. He's got Visa running off, Hanekom running off, Kanan Moody running off. I don't think he's hit the ground yet.
Yes, so you've got
Jersey looking mighty clean for the famous Springbok fullback chasing down 100 caps.
Yeah. Early tackle.
Willie Leroux with the spot for the penalty having been chosen, knocks it into the corner. Another 5-meter line out, Hanyani. Coach Hanyani, they're listening.
And Willie Leroux taking the ball flat. Moody's got been a ball of energy since he came on, looking for that ball, looking for hard work, and also become Birkenfield. I mean, he got that ball from that chase down the sideline, and that's what actually opened it up. Look at the net result.
Akker van der Merwe feeds the line out. Big one for the Bulls. Taken in by Cobus Visa, and they're rolling towards the try line. Over they go. Tries galore in the second half for the Vodacom Bulls. Akker van der Merwe, the angry warthog, rises.
I was really happy that there was clear access.
They're running with it. The Bulls are running with it. They've picked up the energy levels, the momentum shift. They've taken advantage of. The scrum has kicked in, the maul has kicked in, the broken field player has kicked in. And they've come together as a collective. Van der Merwe, somewhere in the middle of that maul, gets it through.
Thanks, Quinton.
It's pretty simple. It's not beautiful, but it counts.
Access was op die jumper. It's 14, 13, 12.
Shot clock counting down on David Kriel.
10 nou. 10. Die mense sê net ons is blind, maar ek kan actually sien. Die mense sê net ons is blind, maar ek kan actually sien.
Just about gets it away before the clock hits 0. David Kriel. He's doing it all today.
Thank you, Quinn.
That was a wobbly old kick. But again, that wasn't beautiful, but it counts. And you go back to that try, look at the chase from Kane and Moody to keep that ball in. And this was the net result. The Bulls attacking more, well set, excellently executed.
Horn with yet another restart in the second half.
So it's 35 and not 37.
All the talk of the second half troubles for the Bulls being banished here today.
Yeah, that's fine.
Zamkar once again taking it in.
9.
And Papier, as we've seen many times, will set it up. Not a contestable one this time. Hits it on the angle, finds a safe touch.
Can you just get TV to fix that, please?
They've turned up the heat in the second half, the Vodacom Bulls.
Thank you.
Well, the Lions are going to have to turn up the heat here. It's almost, hit that stage where it's almost miracle time. Time pressure, scoreboard pressure.
Jaco Visagie hits his captain Franke Horn. It is time for the Lions to score and bring this one back into the balance for their own ambitions on the URC log and for the home fans who will be desperate to win a Yukske derby, especially here on home turf. Jonker cutting back from left to right. Compromised at the ruck. Cleared desperately by the likes of Niku Steyn. The young halfback for this Lions side. Horn always beats a couple. Steyn. Away to another replacement, Reinhard Rutz. Here's Mani Ras. Ras beats one, beats two. Ras up the center. Oh boy! Oh, he has been smoked by Kane and Moody. The Lions retain possession. Steyn gets it away to Horn. Away it goes again. The Lions have numbers out to the right. Poorly used, however, and Horn sets it down. That's the 22-meter line of the Bulls. S.J. Kotza off to Gianni Lombard. Here comes Ras again.
It's your own player.
The Lions slow it down now. Driven backwards, Jaco Visagie. Steyn for Horn. Horn to Horn. Franke Horn, this one. Driving forward in the tackle. The Lions have needed much more of that kind of grunt here in the second half. Recycling well, phase after phase, they're building them up, but can they strike the Lions? It is time to go. We're heading for the final 5 minutes of the match. Steyn away to Delport. The defensive effort of the Bulls has not waned in the second half.
Target practice.
Number 17
hammer time. And the Bulls have played on.
He tapped it.
And this could be interesting.
Out on the full. It's there. He stepped it.
Out on the full, it was tapped, so they go back to where the ball was kicked from. Lions line out, sweet relief for the home team.
The shoulders, some shoulders were felt.
Yeah.
Kane Moody lit someone up in the midfield. And then there was a massive double hit.
Been waiting for the replay since that happened, and here it comes. Mani Ras, he did well to beat a couple. Options were running out, and here's the wrong option. Bango!
Straight in the sweet spot, in the ribs. Bang!
Okay, we're gonna go.
Some Moody magic.
That is a legal tackle, I'm not.
And what Russ did, they actually braced. He almost thought, oh, here he comes.
We don't need him for
the line. You can see the shoulders. You just enjoy the ride. And you say, good hit.
Blue.
4 tries in the URC for Kane Moody this year. Top try scorer is on 7. Kurt the R10, incidentally, also has 4 tries. He's gone off to Japan on a sabbatical. The Lions with a successful line-out.
Tackle, no hands!
Less than 10 seconds away from the final 5 minutes of the match. Niku Steyn looking to bring attention to the player not rolling away. No penalty advantage for the Lions. Akka van der Merwe having a go at the turnover. Akka van der Merwe being allowed to continue. The Bulls may have won it back here. And indeed they have. Frustration for the home team. Papier looks long and sends it that way. Horn forced to chase back. What a kick from Papier. The bounce might have made it a 50-22 if it was more fortuitous. No such luck for the number 9 as Horn sends it long. Devin Williams fires at midfield for Willie Leroux. who of course is playing in fly-off position today, but is highly experienced in the number 15 jersey. Edwin van der Merwe stops it with his foot. Haven't seen nearly enough of the explosive number 11 today. He runs directly into the contact. Bulls players in attendance trying for the turnover again. Steyn plays it away to S.J. Kotze. Here comes Yaku Visagie running into some space.
And there was the chance there, but the Bulls are playing on.
Wow. Endless energy from the Vodacom Bulls, over the top from Papier. That knock-on advantage being turned down. And the Lions forced to play from inside their own 22. Richard Creel goes long with the kick. Not a bad nudge from one of the brothers.
Ambrose. Okay.
The final substitution for the Vodacom Bulls is onto the field. Another product of rugby on the West Coast. Keegan Johannes, much like Ambrose Papier, who he comes on to replace.
Doesn't matter anyone else.
Another great game from the former Book number 9. Continues to turn in stellar performances for the Vodacom Bulls.
He has been good, I must say.
Go, please, thank you.
His kicks have been good, contestable. He's had a good season. You sort of almost forget about him, that he's been Mr. Consistent for the Vodacom Bulls.
Van der Merwe feeds the line out. Hits Hanekom. And it's been all about the Vodacom Bulls here in the second half.
Same all.
And far from fading in the final 20 minutes, they've been growing into this match in all facets of the game. Another penalty advantage here in the second half. Keegan Johannes finally has the chance to get it free. Sends it to Forster Leroux with the soft hands.
5.
And what's happening with the Vodacom Bulls is the forwards have taken over the game. You can see generating more penalties, and generating scrum penalties. The ball carries a little bit stronger, a bit more live in terms of contact. Look at that there. Those are men that have come to work, and they've worked hard. And he's on the... It's been a hot day, so some tired men out there. But they've been more energized the latter stages of the second half. Aka van der Merwe, stolen ball, carried well.
Get the ball, please.
I don't know what happened. He just came alive in the second half. Hanekom came back on. He was brilliant. Nizam Kar, steady as usual, making good decisions. And I think the forward said that, kick it.
Wat is daai tyd nou, Quentin? 41. 35.
David Creel. So had a couple of simpler ones to start off with. Then he had one from the corner with the shot clock counting down. Slid that one home, and now he's got an absolutely massive kick on his platter. David Creel strikes it clean, wobbling slightly. It's away. Unsuccessful on this time. But a great effort nonetheless. Had the legs to get there. And the Lions will have to strike from deep. We're in the final minute of the match now. It would take a miracle for them to come back into this one. And surely their chance has gone. Reinhard Rutz, the former Bull,
never had hands on.
Takes it into the men who were once his teammates. Kotze plays it off the ground very effectively to Ruan Delport, making some meters the Lions. Here's Kotze again. He's looking to spark them into life. But he needs some help. Aka van der Merwe breaking all the rules that time around. Niku Steyn with the tap and go. Brought down in the tackle of Corbus Visa. Not much help around for the Lions after that first supporting player.
Use now.
Running out of puff here, the home team. S.J. Kotze gets there again and plays it away to Gianni Lombard. Then Russ, the hand from Franke Horn. Richard Creel looking to impose himself on the game as his brother has. That one's into touch. Frustration galore for the Lions team, and indeed for the Lions fan, as another Yukske derby is trickling through their fingers. The clock goes red. Their chances all used up. And the Vodacom Bulls will be victorious yet again in this famous derby.
Okay, let's go, please.
Separated by a river and 50+ kilometers, these two sides do fierce battle. many times a year. This is the first this year in the URC. Played down off the top, nice and easy. Keegan Johannes slides it into touch, and the Yukskate Derby is in the books. Yet again, the Bulls have conquered the Emirates Lions, and they will continue their march to the top 4 in pursuit of that second position in the Vodacom URC log. Joy for those who have travelled down the N1 today. Butcher Chamberlain, who started in the 10 and